The episode starts with Abhay asking Raghav to see what Bhajan has found. Raghav asks Bhajan what it is. Bhajan tells Raghav that these are the papers Anjali had filed in the past. Abhay says to Bhajan that these are the same papers Padma filed in court. Raghav notices that both signatures are the same and concludes that Anjali is no longer paralyzed and has recovered. Abhay calls Yuvraj and informs him that Anjali has recovered and that she was the one who filed the case against him using Padma's name. Yuvraj says he had already suspected it and now it is confirmed. Abhay asks Yuvraj what he plans to do. Yuvraj replies that he is going to meet Anjali. Abhay warns him to be careful, and Yuvraj agrees. Abhay then asks Raghav what they should do next. Raghav admits that he doesn't know. Bhajan suggests that Raghav should go to court and argue the case. Sodaka interrupts, asking why Raghav should go to court when the matter can be solved at home. Raghav asks if she hasn't heard that Anjali has recovered and insists only he can stop her. Sodaka says there is someone else who can stop Anjali herself. Raghav asks what she plans to do. Sodaka reveals that last night Ved went to Anjali's house to meet Arty, but Anjali threw him out. Sodaka says they should bring Arty there and arrange her marriage with Ved, which will trigger a conflict between Anjali and Arty. Kali questions Sodaka's intentions, asking what will happen to her. Sodaka coldly tells Kali to leave, saying she is of no use anymore, and adds that Raghav will prove her marriage with Ved is fake. Kali insists that a lawyer assured her she would get justice and warns it won't be that easy. She declares Ved belongs only to her and leaves. Bhajan worries that Sodaka's plan might backfire since Kali is dangerous. Sodaka instructs Bhajan to call Arty, and he agrees. Meanwhile, Anjali sees Yuvraj entering her home. Yuvraj greets her, calling her Bobby, and asks her to accept a gift and bless him as he is now married to Mehek. He bends to touch her feet, but Anjali angrily warns him not to touch her with his bloodied hands. Yuvraj pleads with folded hands, asking her not to ruin his new life with Mehek. Anjali accuses him of murdering her husband, Aman. Yuvraj smiles wickedly and admits he is the killer, but says she cannot prove it in court. He threatens that if she doesn't listen to him, he will kill her. Again, this time properly, not leaving her paralyzed. Enraged, Anjali slaps him. Pankaj arrives and orders Yuvraj to leave, reminding him that an FIR is filed against him. Yuvraj asks ACP Pankaj if he knows everything now. Pankaj says, yes, Anjali remembered everything after seeing his marriage with Mehek. Yuvraj warns Pankaj that he cannot protect Anjali everywhere. Anjali grabs Yuvraj's collar and warns him not to threaten her. She vows not to let him spoil Mehek's life and promises he will be punished. Yuvraj leaves. Pankaj advises Anjali to be careful. She agrees. Just then, Kali calls Anjali, reminding her of her promise to help her get Ved. Kali says people are now planning Ved's marriage with Arty and begs Anjali to intervene. She claims Raghav and Sodaka are behind the plan and pleads with Anjali to save her marriage. Anjali tells Kali that if her marriage is true, she will protect it. Kali asks where to meet her, and Anjali says she will share the details soon. Pankaj asks who called, and Anjali tells him it was Kali. She adds that Arty and Ved's marriage is being planned, but she will not allow it. Pankaj reminds her that Arty is her daughter. Anjali declares that she will return to court with 2 cases, one for her husband's murder and another to secure Ved for Kali because for her, law comes before family. The episode starts with Ved drinking alcohol while thinking about Arty. Arty arrives at the bar and stops Ved from drinking. She asks him why he is drowning himself in sorrow. Ved says what choice does he have? He tells her that as a child he loved his mother, but she passed away. Later, he loved Arty, but she left him too. Ved says either he has his mother in his life or Arty. He then asks Arty if she loves him. Arty admits she does, but says they cannot marry, leaving. Ved shocked. Kali calls Ved and tells him if she is right, he should stay with Arty. Ved agrees. Callie then asks him to tell Arty they can never be together. Ved refuses, saying he loves Arty and will always be with her. Callie warns that she won't allow it. Ved asks what she plans to do. Callie replies that she won't do anything, but in this, Navratri, a lawyer, has promised her that Ved will only belong to her, and she cuts the call. Arty asks what Callie said. Ved replies Callie mentioned a lawyer supporting her, but he doesn't know who it is. Arty then gets a call from Anjali. Anjali asks her to return home immediately. When Arty asks why, Anjali says she knows Arty is with Ved. Shocked, Arty asks how she knows. Anjali reminds her that she is her mother. Ved takes the phone and pleads with Anjali not to come between them as they love each other. He claims his marriage was fake. Anjali challenges him to prove it in court. She orders Arty to come home right away and cuts the call. Arty assures Ved she will convince her mother and prays to the goddess for their togetherness before leaving. Padma questions Anjali on why she is interfering, saying the marriage was fake. But Anjali says it goes against her morals and declares she must support Callie. Meanwhile, Mehak informs Raghav that Anjali will be the opposing lawyer, something Yuvraj just told her. Bhajan says they must act quickly. Sodaka reveals her plan: if they bring Arty and get her married to Ved, Anjali can be stopped. Mehak then receives a call from Yuvraj, who pretends to be upset. He says he went to Anjali, requesting her to withdraw the case for Mehak's sake. But Anjali insulted and ousted him. Sodaka gets furious and vows to insult Anjali twice as much. She declares that while Raghav will handle the court case, outside court they will outsmart Anjali by getting Arty married to Ved. Yuvraj agrees. Later, Anjali prepares for court in her black coat. She recalls her past with Aman, and how Yuvraj's accident killed him, leaving her paralyzed for 21 years. Controlling her tears, she is confronted by Arty. Anjali scolds Arty for meeting Ved despite her warnings. Arty defends herself, saying she loves Ved just as Anjali loved her father. Anjali calls it Najaya's. Arty argues that Ved's marriage with Callie is fake, and Padma herself confirmed it. Anjali insists Callie loves Ved and they are husband and wife. Arty refuses, saying they are not a real couple. Anjali says the law will decide. Arty counters, asking which law was it the same. Law that failed to give her father justice and left Anjali paralyzed for 21 years? She warns Anjali not to forget that. The episode starts with Arty arguing with Anjali for siding with the law instead of her. Arty reminds Anjali of how much they have suffered because of the law, and declares that she doesn't believe in such rules. Anjali slaps Arty and firmly says she is a devotee of the law. She explains that she has sacrificed everything for it, but has never betrayed it. Anjali adds that only the law will decide whether Ved stays with Callie or Arty. When she is about to leave, Arty stops her and says she also knows a lawyer her grandfather, Raghav. Anjali comments on Arty and walks away. Arty later asks Ganesh if he heard Anjali's words. Ganesh replies that Anjali is devoted to the law and always acts accordingly. He warns Arty that if she approaches Raghav, Anjali might even die, and he comments further. Padma asks Arty to eat, but she refuses, saying Ved too should not have eaten anything and regrets ruining his life by marrying him to Callie. Meanwhile, Callie reaches the court and asks Anjali where she is. Anjali gives her directions, and Callie is shocked to see that Anjali is going to argue her case. Callie questions her, but Anjali says she will never allow injustice in front of her, repeating that she is devoted to the law. She later questions Callie, who responds. Elsewhere, Sodaka asks Abhay if he has a secret phone number that Anjali doesn't know. Abhay agrees and gives her the phone. Sodaka calls Anjali, introducing herself as a well-wisher. She tells Anjali that the whole city is gossiping about her daughter having an affair with a married man. When Anjali asks her to stop, Sodaka adds that the truck that caused Anjali and her husband's accident belongs to the Ved Rajvangshi family, and Arty is in love with her husband's murderer. Shocked, Anjali demands clarification, but Sodaka tells her to check the files and cuts the call. Raghav praises Sodaka for creating a rift between Anjali and Arty. Anjali then questions Callie about the truck accident. Callie pleads with Anjali to help her save her marriage, insisting she truly loves Ved. She even offers a fee, but Anjali refuses, saying the one who is right will get Ved. Later, Arty feeds Ved, insisting he eat since he has been hungry all night. Ved points out she must not have eaten either. Just as he is about to eat, Callie calls Ved, asking where he is. She says Anjali will never let Arty stay with him, and asks if he has eaten. Ved compares both women, saying Arty didn't eat because of him and is now feeding him, which is true love that Callie cannot understand. He cuts the call. Callie tells Anjali that Arty is feeding her husband and demands punishment for her. Anjali says she cannot punish Arty, but promises that if Ved is Callie's husband, she will make sure Callie gets him. Later, Anjali shares a light-hearted moment with Ved as they feed each other. Episode ends.